Hello bros, welcome back to another command block tutorial video. I'm here with Miss Recon, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make Nanami's Ratio Technique from Jujutsu Kaisen. Before we get to the showcase, thank you guys so much for the support. Also, if you guys have any new suggestions for characters you want to see, leave those in the comments, and let's try to do some non-JJK stuff. Alright, now let's get straight into TS Showcase. Alright, to show you guys what this does, me and Recon are gonna 1v1 really quick, and we're both also gonna be using some other commands from past tutorials that I've made. I'm gonna be using Black Flash. Anyways, this does more than one thing. It has its main ability like most of my abilities. But also, as you can see, while I have it equipped, I can run and jump higher. Also, it gives it an enchantment of sharpness 5, so you can just use this blade as like a normal weapon anyways. But the main thing you can do, if I do this, is the ratio technique. It leaves Recon with like a bleeding effect, and then yeah, so not only does it do a decent amount of damage when you hit them with the ratio technique, it also gives them slowness and the withering effect, so they take even more damage after you hit them. Let me just do that one more. Okay, and it also does that really cool ratio particle thing, so I think that's pretty cool. Now, let's combine that with Black Flash. Let's go. Oh my, okay, oh, you sold me. Did you run up the stairs? Okay, bro, go, okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh! Oh! I forgot that I can just hit you with the axe. Oh! Oh, I forgot it teleports people with you. Oh!
It does?
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
What was that? Where'd you go? Oh! Oh! Oh!
I'm about to die. Oh shoot.
Oh! And then combine it with that. You're good. Alright, let's start the tutorial. First, I'm going to need you guys to create the scoreboard by typing in scoreboard objectives add, and then RT for ratio technique. Dummy, put that in. It's going to say an objective already exists for me, but for you it should add that objective. Next, you're going to want to go into your inventory and find any weapon. For me, I used an iron axe. Make sure that it's a weapon, because for these commands we're gonna enchant the thing that's in your hand, so it won't work if it's just any normal item. It has to be a weapon. Next, open an anvil, change the name to ratio, give yourself a structure block. I have mine right here, but you're gonna want to place it down. Open it, name it ratio, set the size to 111 and the offset to 010, include and remove blocks, and then it should just be one block. Next, drop your axe or whatever you're using in here and save that in the structure block. Moving on to the giver, this is going to be an impulse command, and it's going to be unconditional and needs redstone. By the way guys, whenever I open a command block, make sure to check if the block type, condition, and redstone is the right thing that I have on my screen. This is going to add 1 to the RT scoreboard for the player that clicks his button, giving them the technique. Next, this is going to place a block of air right under the first tower. So wherever you want your first tower to be, just leave a 1 block space open right there. Get those coordinates and then paste them in here. Yours will be different than mine. Next, this is just going to be like a confirmation message that says @P and then the person who clicked the button with the RT1 score. Equipped ratio technique. Next, it is going to have a delay in ticks of 10. Make sure you add that down there. And then what this is going to do is it's going to execute at that same player, and it is going to load the ratio technique item into their inventory by dropping the item into their inventory. Next, this is going to be for those same coordinates you just got for the other command block up here. except it's going to say redstone block instead of air. And this is going to be a 20 delay and ticks. Make sure you have that. And after that, you can test it out by clicking it. The redstone block should get placed right here. It should drop the iron axe into your inventory named ratio. It shouldn't have sharpness or give you the effects like it gave me yet, but it should have the message in the chat right here. Next, the remover. This is just going to start like the other one, except it's scoreboard players reset at P. Then there's only one more. And then clear at P iron axe. That will just remove the iron axe from your inventory. So click that, and it resets the score, and yeah, now somebody else can use it. Now that we are done with the setup, we can start with the first command, tower. It's going to start with a repeating and it needs redstone. This is going to execute as at E, scores equals ratio technique equals 1, and then has item equals, the location is the slot, the main hand, and you have to be holding an iron axe. And then it's going to execute at S, positioned, unless entity, at S, dx0, run scoreboard players, and then it is going to add another 1 to RT, making it RT2 for that player. Next, for most of these, it's going to be chain, conditional, and always active. This is going to scoreboard players. It's going to add another RT score to anyone who has the RT score set as 2, setting it to 3. Next, it's going to tag anybody with the score of RT3 with or above with ratio. After that, it's going to run a play animation effect for that player, which is going to be animation.humanoid.brandish spear v10, and then F and 0.5. This makes it so that the animation lasts for 0.5 seconds. Next, it is going to run a play sound, which is going to just be item.trident.return, and it is going to be for everyone in a radius of 10 to be able to hear it. And then the pitch and the volume are both going to be 1. Next is going to scoreboard players add at E, the player who has ratio technique 3. It is going to add 11 to 3, making it 15. Next is going to set a redstone block to the second tower. So it's going to be 1 above this 1 command block right here. Get those coordinates and then paste them in here. Next, this is going to execute at that same player using the ratio technique, which adds the tag RTBE for ratio technique bleed effect to everyone except the person using the actual ratio technique. Moving on to the second tower, we're going to start with this one, which is just going to be set block and then tilde tilde 1 tilde air, so that sets 1 block up as air after a delay in ticks of 20 seconds, and then you can see all this stuff on the side. This is going to be for the particles when you use the ratio technique and it actually like puts the ratio thing in front of you. So for these next ones, you can just copy and paste these from the video. By the way, guys, all of the commands will be in the description if you just want to copy and paste most of the stuff. So yeah. So this is just another particle command. You can copy and paste this first part. It's the exact same thing. The only thing that changes are the coordinates at the end. Same with this, just different coordinates, just different coordinates, different coordinates again, different coordinates, another particle, another particle. It's like 11 right now. I'm tired, bro. But you know what? These commands are so fire. And I'm so happy I finished these today and I was able to record. So that's pretty cool. Okay, this is not a particle. This is a execute command. And what it's going to do is it's just gonna run the damage command to make it so that anyone positioned in front of the blade and gets struck by it, it does 8 magic damage to that entity. And then it will say the damage is from at P and then the person using the ratio technique. Next, this is going to execute for the people who get hit by the ratio technique, and it's going to run the effect, giving them slowness for 6 seconds. This next one is the exact same command, except instead of slowness, it is wither. for 6 seconds, and then true. Next, this is going to execute at the person using the ratio technique, positioned in front of where you strike with the axe, and then it's going to add just a quick camera shake effect. The intensity is going to be 0.5. It's going to be for everyone within a radius 2.5 blocks, and then it's going to last for 0.1 seconds, and it's going to be positional. Finally, for the second tower, it's just going to remove the ratio tag from the player that has the ratio tag, setting it back to no tags. Now for the third tower, we're going to start with this one, which is always active, delaying ticks is 20, and it's repeating. This is going to be how the cooldown works, and basically it's just going to remove 1 from ratio technique. So every second it's going to go down by 1 for the countdown. That's what this does. Moving up to here, repeat, always active, and then this is going to execute as anyone with the ratio technique, and then anyone who is currently holding the axe in their main hand slot, and then it's going to enchant that axe with sharpness 5, which is why if we go ahead and equip this, you can see it's not enchanted, and then when I hold it, it is. That's also going to be the same thing for these effects that I get, the speed and jump boost whenever I'm holding it. Next, you can just copy and paste the first half of that command, except you're going to want to change this part to run effect and then @s with speed 1 for true. So that's going to be for 1 second, and then the amount of speed or the intensity is going to be 4. And then copy and paste that same command, except you're going to want to change speed to jump boost and the 4 to 2, so jump boost 2. This next one is going to be for the bleeding effect. It's going to execute at anyone who has the tag ratio technique bleeding effect, and then it's going to run this particle. And you can copy and paste this for the next two. You just need to change the coordinates, and then again, same command, you just need to change the coordinates. Finally, we have this one up here for 3. It's going to be repeating and always active. No delaying ticks. And then this is just going to make it so that once the player using ratio technique, once the countdown reaches 8, it's going to remove that bleeding particle effect from anyone with it. Finally, moving on to the fourth tower, what you're going to want to do is always active and repeating again. This is for the cooldown, so most of this, again, you can just copy and paste and just change some things. So this is going to be for ratio technique 1, and then holding the item, the iron axe, in the slot.weapon.main hand. And then it's going to say ready for the action bar, because when it's at 1, it's ready to be reused. Now, next one up, this is going to be for RT2, and then the action bar is going to be set to 1 second. Same thing, except it's 3, and it's 2 seconds now. 4 and 3. 5 and 4. 6 and 5. 7 and 6. 8 and 7. 9 and 8. 10 and 9. 11 and 10. 12 and 11. And 13 and 12. Once you have all of that done, I believe everything should now be working. So what should happen is you press this, pick it up in your inventory, you should gain the effects, you should be able to jump higher, run faster, it should be enchanted immediately with sharpness 5, and then it should say ready on your action bar, but when you're not holding it, it should go away, all the effects and the action bar. And then once I crouch, it should do something like that. Then you should see the cooldown on your screen. You should keep it in your inventory, and then after the cooldown is done, you should be able to do that again. So yeah, everything should be working. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the commands. Remember to leave a like and subscribe if you guys enjoy the content. Thank you all so much. And also, if you have anything you want to see me make sure to leave it in the comments, and I'll try to do the best I can to recreate it in Minecraft. So yeah guys, thank you all so much for the support. Let's reach 1,000 subscribers sometime soon. And I hope you guys have a grid-tastic rest of your day. Bye.